Your heart is a drum to me, keeping me in time.
YouTube, I'm here with Aaron Berger, local musician, who will be playing our event, aMUSE Exhibits Unleashed, on May 25th, this Saturday. This Saturday, don't forget.
This Saturday.
Yeah, hopefully you show up. At 8 p.m. to midnight on at Mahtay Café downtown at 241 St. Paul Street in St. Catharines. So, Aaron, could you tell us why museums are important to you?
Sure, Adrian. Museums are important to me because they help to share stories. And I think that stories are a very important way to weave threads within community.
What do you think museums can do more of to engage people more?
I think that museums can really have more of a sense of humor to engage people. I think a lot of people, as soon as they think of history, they think boring,
Serious.
rigid, serious, but having the pleasure to work on Petticoats, Boots, and Muskets, that show, for example, we had all kinds of fun, and people were able to learn in a fun, playful way,
Right.
as
Right.
opposed to the boring, serious, rigid. So I think that's what museums are working against, is that association with history as boring.
Right. History as boring. Cool. Petticoats, Boots, and Muskets was a theatrical presentation originally produced by the Niagara-on-the-Lake Historical Society Museum.
Yes.
And that was sort of a theatrical presentation with lots of comedy about
Yes.
sort of the story and our Canadian perspective, I
Yeah.
guess, on,
So-
and like historical perspective on the history of the War of 1812.
It was a very comedic perspective,
Right.
focused on the poking fun at the myths and heroes
Right.
of the War of
Right.
1812.
Very cool. Very cool. So, Aaron, for people who obviously live under a rock and haven't heard any of your music, could you give us a little bit of an idea about what we can expect from you on Saturday?
Sure. I think people can expect to hear heartfelt songs that reflect both my experiences as well as kind of the cultural shift that I think we're a big part of now. And that theme of the gift and this change in human perspective is a big theme in my new album as well.
Speaking of your new album, which is Color and Light, recently released just a few weeks ago.
Yes.
Can you talk about this song, In St. Catharines?
Yeah, so I think that song in part was inspired by my friend Giorgio DeCicco, who used to be the Poet Laureate of Toronto. And Giorgio wrote a book called Municipal Minds, and it was manifestos for the creative city. And it was really beautifully written, very inspiring. And in that book he talks about the most important thing that a city can build is built between the architecture of the space between people. And this song in St. Catharines was inspired by a love affair that I was having with the city of St. Catharines while I was living downtown, feeling very inspired by this change that the city is currently undergoing and being inspired to create from that place.
Right. That's really cool. That really fits really well with what we're trying to do with aMUSE anyway, in terms of really engaging the people of the city and their stories in the community.
Yes.
That's really cool. Cool. I'm glad it fits so well. That's nice.
Beautiful.
So, Aaron, I've been asking everyone what their favorite bike memory is. And when the visitors come to aMUSE on Saturday, they're going to be encouraged to share their bike memories with us. So I'm wondering if you could share your favorite bike memory with us right now.
I'm not sure if it's my favorite bike memory, but my most memorable bike memory was being about 3 years old on my tricycle on the front step of where we lived and rolling very slowly forward on it and not really thinking much of this and continuing to do so until I fell over my tricycle and hit my forehead quite hard and actually scarred my forehead.
Wow. But were your parents around?
I don't think they were around at the time, but
So what did you do? Just how? And like continue?
there was I cried, and I'm pretty sure
Right.
I was consoled soonly thereafter,
Right.
and probably offered some type of some candy or something to make me feel better.
Good. Well, that's, candy and bicycles.
Right, they have a
Distinct.
harmonious relationship.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Thanks, Aaron.
No problem.
So, special thanks to Aaron Berger for coming in today to chat a little bit about museums and his music and his favorite bike memory. If you're interested in more of Aaron's music, you can check out the link below for Aaron Berger and the Blue Stars. Color and Light is his new album. Or you can just come to aMUSE on Saturday to hear him play from 8 p.m. to midnight. Also, check out the link below for the video of me interviewing Brittany Brooks, who will also be playing on Saturday at Mahtay Café. And check out some of the other links below for more information about our new social museum experience called aMUSE, Exhibits Unleashed, this Saturday, May 25th, from 8 p.m. to midnight at Mahtay Café at 241 St. Paul Street.
Here is St. Catharines. I fell in love with you.
Hey YouTube, I'm here with Aaron Berger, the famous person of St. Catharines. I'm sorry.
What's with that?
I don't know.
Museums can do more of events like aMUSE on Saturday. aMUSE, not to be confused with the animal, where there's
It's aMUSE.
it's aMUSE? I thought it was aMUSE.
It's aMUSE. It's a giant A.
It's aMUSE.